Welcome to Switch Game List. Join me as I count down my top 16 perfect 10 out of 10 games you must play on Nintendo Switch. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Link washes up on Koholint Island after a shipwreck and discovers he can only escape by awakening the Windfish, a deity slumbering inside a giant egg. As you explore the island, you'll solve puzzles in 8 dungeons, collect instruments, and meet quirky characters. This remake updates the 1993 Game Boy Classic with a charming diorama art style that makes everything look like toys. The sound design perfectly recreates the original's music with modern flair. I found myself captivated by how well this remake preserves the original's melancholy tone while making it accessible to new players. Luigi, Mario, and friends get invited to a luxury hotel, but it's actually a trap set by King Boo. When everyone gets captured, Luigi must explore the hotel's themed floors with his ghost-sucking vacuum and Guigi, his gooey clone who can slip through bars and grates. Each floor feels like its own world, from a medieval castle to a disco dance floor. The game mixes exploration, puzzle solving, and ghost battles that keep you engaged. I love how Luigi's nervous personality shines through his animations. His trembling hands and scared muttering make him Nintendo's most relatable hero. After his colony gets attacked, Shulk wields the Monado, a sword that lets him see the future and cut through mechanical enemies called Mechon. You'll explore massive areas on the bodies of 2 frozen titans while recruiting allies and uncovering conspiracies. The combat mixes real-time action with position-based abilities that encourage team coordination. The remaster improves the original's visuals and interface. What makes this game stick with me is its philosophical story about determinism versus free will, which pays off in one of gaming's most mind-blowing plot twists. You play as Zagreus, son of Hades, fighting to escape the underworld and find your mother. Each failed attempt sends you back to the start, but you keep weapons and upgrades for the next run. Room layouts and enemy combinations change every time. What sets Hades apart is how it integrates story with gameplay. Characters remember your previous attempts and react as the narrative unfolds. The tight controls make combat satisfying whether you're using a sword, spear, bow, shield, fists, or gun. I've never played a game that makes dying feel rewarding until Hades.
A gift. I'm rich.
The definitive Mario Kart experience offers 48 tracks from across the series' history, with every character and kart option unlocked from the start. Racing feels balanced between skill and chaos. You're never safe in first place with blue shells looming, but good driving matters. Battle mode adds variety with balloon battles and coin challenges. The anti-gravity sections let you drive up walls, creating track layouts impossible in previous games. This version fixes the original's weak battle mode and adds smart steering for newcomers. It remains my go-to game for gatherings. Samus Aran investigates planet ZDR after receiving evidence that the deadly X-parasite still exists. Once there, she loses her abilities and must escape from MMI robots, nearly indestructible machines programmed to hunt her. The game alternates between exploration where you regain powers and tense stealth sequences avoiding EMIs. The controls feel responsive, making Samus the most agile she's ever been. Boss fights require precision and pattern recognition that test your mastery of her abilities. The way the story brings closure to the 35-year-old 2D Metroid saga satisfies longtime fans. This package combines an enhanced Wii U game with a new open-world adventure. In 3D World, you race through linear levels as Mario, Luigi, Peach, or Toad, each with unique abilities. The catsuit lets you climb walls and pounce on enemies. Bowser's Fury transforms the formula into an open sandbox where you collect cat shines while avoiding a kaiju-sized Bowser who periodically blankets the world in fire. The contrast between 3D World's tight level design and Bowser's Fury's freedom shows two different but equally fun approaches to Mario gameplay. The Snowmads, Viking-like winter creatures, have frozen DK Island, forcing Donkey Kong and friends to reclaim their home. You'll bounce, roll, and swing through levels designed with perfect precision, where every jump feels satisfying yet challenging. Each level introduces unique mechanics that never overstay their welcome. The boss fights test your timing without feeling punishing. David Wise's soundtrack enhances each environment, from underwater caverns to savanna grasslands. While it can be tough, the optional funky mode lets less experienced players still enjoy the journey without the frustration. Hey, quick pause here. If you're enjoying this look at some of Switch's finest games, hit that subscribe button for more content like this. Let me know in the comments which of these games you've played or are excited to try. Now, let's continue with our lineup. Breath of the Wild reinvented Zelda with a vast open world where you can go anywhere you see. Link wakes after a 100-year slumber to find Hyrule in ruins and Ganon trapped in Hyrule Castle. The game trusts players to make their own path. You can challenge the final boss immediately or spend hundreds of hours exploring. Tears of the Kingdom builds on this foundation by adding sky islands and underground caves, plus the ability to build vehicles and combine objects with new powers. Together, these games represent Nintendo's masterclass in exploration design, where curiosity is always rewarded. You move to a deserted island as part of Tom Nook's getaway package and transform it into a thriving community. The game unfolds in real time. If it's winter in real life, it's winter on your island too. You'll catch bugs, fish, and sea creatures, dig up fossils, decorate your house, and interact with animal villagers who each have distinct personalities. There's no winning or losing, just the satisfaction of watching your island evolve. The game launched right as the pandemic began, providing millions with a social outlet when we needed it most. You control a small warrior exploring Hallownest, an underground kingdom of bugs fallen to a mysterious infection. The game reveals its story through environmental details rather than dialogue, encouraging you to piece together what happened. Combat focuses on timing your nail strikes and spells while managing limited health, creating tense boss battles that reward patience. The hand-drawn art style brings the crumbling civilization to life with moody backgrounds and expressive characters. What impresses me most is how much content hides beneath the surface. I'm still finding new areas after dozens of hours. Mario teams up with Cappy, a sentient hat that lets him possess enemies and objects, to rescue Princess Peach from Bowser's wedding plans. Each kingdom you visit has its own culture and challenges, from the food-themed Luncheon Kingdom to urban New Donk City. The possession mechanic transforms gameplay. You'll control Goombas to build stacks, tanks to blast through walls, and even a T-Rex to rampage through obstacles. The game rewards curiosity by hiding power moons everywhere. The mix of tight platforming and creative puzzles makes this the most joyful Mario adventure yet. In a future where humanity lives on an artificial island to escape interdimensional creatures called chimeras, you play as a police officer who bonds with a captured chimera called a Legion. You control both your character and the Legion simultaneously, creating a unique combat system where you position your legion for combo attacks or bind enemies with your chain. Investigations involve collecting evidence between combat sequences. The cyberpunk aesthetic blends neon lights with clean architecture. The game's standout feature is how it makes you feel like you're mastering two characters at once. 8 travelers with different backgrounds journey across the continent of Celestia for personal reasons that gradually intertwine. Each character has a unique path action. Throne steals items, Oswald interrogates people for information. The combat system combines turn-based battles with a boost mechanic that lets you save actions for powerful, multi-hit attacks. The HD 2D visual style mixes pixel art characters with modern lighting effects. What makes this sequel shine is how it improves on the original with better character interactions and more narrative connections between the separate stories.
There is a plot stirring among his troops. We must act with haste. I shall make the proper arrangements and do what I can.
Nintendo's crossover fighting game brings together every character who's ever appeared in the series, plus newcomers like Sephiroth and Banjo-Kazooie. The simple controls make it accessible to newcomers, while advanced techniques give competitive players depth to master. The single-player World of Light mode sends you through a massive map where you collect spirits to enhance your fighters. With 89 fighters over 100 stages and nearly 1,000 music tracks spanning gaming history, Ultimate lives up to its name. No other fighting game offers this level of gaming celebration. Set in the distant past of the Pokémon world, you join the Galaxy Team's Survey Corps to create the region's first Pokédex. You catch monsters by sneaking up and throwing Pokeballs without always battling first. The semi-open world divides the region into large areas filled with Pokémon that react realistically. Some run when they see you, others attack. Combat happens in real time, with a turn-based system emphasizing speed. While the graphics aren't impressive, the gameplay loop of catching, researching, and completing Pokédex entries makes this the refreshing change the series needed. Hey, let me know what you think about these games. Maybe you've played some and have a different take, or maybe something here caught your eye. Drop a comment, let's chat about it. See you in the next one.